Every town has their palm readers and their psychic mediums that can see great happiness in your future. There are also those people who use those cards with medieval looking drawings on them. I know myself, I had no clue who these people were when I was much younger. So for anyone who does not know today, we shall be looking into and explaining tarot cards and those who read them. The tarot, which is the pack of playing cards, has its origins in the mid-15th century in various parts of Europe to play a group of card games such as that of Italian tarocchini and French tarot. From the late 18th century up until the present time, the cards have also found use by mystics and occultists for divination. We'll focus more on the later history of the cards for this video. If you are interested in learning how to play the card game version, such as the French tarot, links will be provided to help you out. It would take a much longer time to explain all of that since it has a much longer history as various card games, so trust me on that one. Each card possesses a pictogram and title that represents a specific concept or archetype. The belief and divination associated with each tarot focuses on the prospect that whatever cards are dealt to the participant will be revelatory. Divination using playing cards has evidence as early as 1540 in a book entitled The Oracles of Francesco Marcolone de Flori, which allows a simple method of reading the cards, though these cards are only used to select a random oracle and have no meaning in them whatsoever. Manuscripts from 1735 and 1750 document rudimentary divinatory meanings for the cards, as well as a system of laying them out. Now let's get back to the how and the why people read tarot cards. Many may think of these as being used more so to read the future and predict events that are going to happen, and in some cases this can be true. Though through my own digging of research and reading a few accounts of how people who read these associated and how they interpreted their own experiences, it seems as though these decks are more so like a map. The reader is the navigator and the participants are what is being mapped. The reader uses the cards to sense the participants' current challenges in life, their strengths, and what they can do to improve. All decks are different, and with the near countless amounts of cards that are being made today, each reader is able to create a deck that reflects their own personality, making it much more easier for them to read. Mine would probably end up being a little wrong though.
It's time!
When it comes down to the reading, well, there are also a few ways to take it. Since the decks are personally made by the reader, except for the few occasions in which the set is made prior, there really are countless ways to interpret what is being seen. Sure, one person can learn and study the old symbolisms, catch up on the history of how every card was made and how every person before them has seen it. That would take you a very long time, and it isn't exactly your way of doing things. And personally, we're not going to talk about that either because, like I said earlier, there are a lot of cards. Probably would be a 2, 3, 4 hour video if I went through explanations and histories of every single card. But really though, it's up to you. Simply practice and trust your gut feeling. Just let it flow, and with time, things will become clearer and easier to navigate. Now, I myself am not a tarot card reader. I do experience things, but I do not channel that and specific energies through these cards. Though, if you ever really want to get a more personal interpretation of this topic, simply ask a local reader. Chances are he or her will have a different way of explaining things. That is because this is both a skill and a craft. One that has a long history and is shaped differently for every individual depending on their own experiences and practices with the cards. And personally, guys, I would say go out there and book an appointment. Go experience getting a card reading, and if you have time or the person's okay with you talking to them personally, you can talk to them and ask them, hey, do you have any tips on how I should be able to read this? Because I can't really give you guys a set in stone explanation. It's kind of like with psychic mediums. Every single one of them is different. None of them that are the true mediums, not talking about the fake ones. The real ones, they all have different ways of seeing things. Not every single person sees things the same. The same way with this type of stuff. Everyone is different. So really, you have to experience it yourself, and I recommend possibly getting a set. I know a few people that have them. They're learning, and they say it's actually a lot more fun than you think. It's not like a stressful thing. It's not something that you need to know like every little detail. It's an enjoyable thing, and if you're really good at it, you can even help a few people out. So I recommend doing that, getting a reading, and having a fun time, because it's a card game that also has some mystical aspects to it, so enjoy.
Thank you for staying with us to the end. If you enjoyed this journey, hit the like button down below and leave a comment in the comment section. I always consider suggestions for new videos and topics, so do not be shy. Also, do not forget to subscribe in order to stay up to date on all things Unexplained. Until then, I hope to see you again next time as we take another trip into the realm of the unknown.